Welcome to week 2. I watched a video last night from Iman Trading, who it was a 42-minute video exposing TJR, and it doesn't surprise me because the guy I'm watching in this boot camp is not the guy that it seems like a completely different guy from his other videos, and I've never watched any of his other videos, so I don't really have, outside the boot camp, a knowledge of what he's like. But it doesn't surprise me. However, I'm going to continue the boot camp, and I'm obviously aware now of how much of his money and how much of his wealth came from selling courses rather than actually successfully trading. But I've researched and I've listened to other people who say the boot camp still has and still is valuable, and so far has been really valuable information for me. Yeah, it's a shame for that people that do that, but that's the way it is. And I also went over my course just to double check that there were no red flags, and I'm more than happy with my Discord mentorship. If that ever changes, I won't hesitate to sell them out and tell you guys about it and warn you. But at the moment, they've been nothing but good, and it seems like a genuine community. We'll see. I'm trying to be optimistic without being naive. I think that's the way to go about trading. The video that Iman Trading made, he's got some great videos and some great information on his course. I highly recommend you go to him if you want to start from scratch, or if you're starting from scratch and don't know where to start. Otherwise, I'm going to get started today. The good news is we're going to be starting a backtesting session roughly at midday today. So that's going to be a brand new backtesting session, and hopefully we're going to keep the momentum and keep the discipline that we've been having. It's been a minute. It's been the whole weekend. Maybe I've dropped a bit of discipline or confidence in the strategy, but we'll see. I will let you know later. I'm backtesting right now, January 2024, so I'm going to do the whole of 2024. And I think I've taken 3 trades and I'm down 26 quid, 26 pounds. So I two losses and a win. I was going to continue. Everything was going decently well, all things considered. And then I got a message back from my Discord mentor, and I'm doing the strategy wrong. So that was fun to hear, as you can imagine. So it turns out we're back to square one. He's currently giving me feedback, and when I saw the message saying all of these are wrong, then I was disappointed, to say the least, because I thought maybe I was finally getting something. And also, it feels like when I'm trading, I'm waiting for loads of setups to happen and nothing ever happens, especially in this January. It's 22nd of January and I've taken 3 trades. I mean, I'm all for not trading or waiting for setups, but that just feels like a lot of time passing without trading. Yeah, disappointed and frustrated. I'm waiting now to see his feedback, but it hurts. It really hurts. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more hurt and a lot more of this before I finally get it. Yeah, tough one. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to open his feedback in a second. I just need a minute. I might watch YouTube or something for a bit, just to mentally prepare myself for how wrong I'm going to be. But I'll catch you after the feedback I get, and I'll see where I go from there. It's 4 o'clock and I've done nothing all day. I started the day by finishing TJR's order block video and decided not to pursue his bootcamp any further than order blocks part 3 because of the lack of trust I had with him as a mentor. I then started backtesting and received a message from my Discord mentorship, one of the guys telling me that I was doing the strategy wrong, the strategy that I trade completely wrong. So I took a good hour to properly look at that message, because obviously I've been trading quite heavily on the strategy for a while, and hearing that it was completely wrong was devastating. So I took lunch, I took everything, and then I read through the feedback he gave me, which actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I was just entering a little bit too late, and I was trading too much internal liquidity. I was trading internally, which means I was looking at the wrong highs and lows, And actually, that was because of TJR's bootcamp. I was looking at the wrong highs and lows. I thought I was trading better, but I was actually trading worse. So that shows you maybe the bootcamp wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Anyway, regardless of that, I've just taken a trade now on the kind of new parameters, slightly adjusted parameters that I have for this setup on this strategy, which I'm going to rewrite again on the wall, and I'm going to rewrite on the board, and I'm going to trade it for until 6 o'clock, which is when I have to go to hockey. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hope that I save today, Monday, and the time that I've wasted / the time that I spent miserably, looking at what I've done wrong. So there's an update. I'll catch you later. Okay, I'm finished for the day. It's 5 o'clock, not 6, but I've got to get to my hockey training. I finished January at my back testing, and I finished on 4k profit with 8 trades. 2 of those trades at least were positions I shouldn't have taken, and I only got my feedback from my Discord mentor halfway through January, which means that actually I probably missed a few positions as well. So ideally I'd have liked to finish on 6k-ish on a 100k account, but I'm happy that I'm still in profit, even though it was a bit of a messy month and a messy Monday for me today. I haven't got much more to say, except that tomorrow I'll hopefully be doing February and March all day. So I'll have 2 more months of back testing, and we'll see where we go. In terms of personal, how I'm feeling, it's pretty good. I'm feeling positive because obviously we're in profit and nothing's going too badly wrong. It's just a constant case of you're learning, you think you're doing something right, and then you have to just, bring yourself back to reality, recheck the strategy, and realize, okay, I'm actually doing this wrong, so I could be doing this better. And the feedback I'm getting from a Discord is really helpful. I'd be nowhere near this kind of as refined I am on the strategy now as I would be on my own. So I've got to give them credit. I'm fairly happy. I'm just staying disciplined, which is I think the hardest part. And it's hard when you reset the rules or when you refine your strategy or change something, it's very hard to not get lost among the other things as well. So say now I change something about my setup, you'd also maybe start re-questioning your bias then. You're re-questioning everything. So it's very hard to have the balance between changing something and keeping the rest of everything else that's been working the same. So yeah, it's good that I have my mentors to bounce off and, bounce ideas off of that and questions if I have quick questions. Yeah, pretty happy with the day. I should have woken up earlier, I'll be honest. I wasn't disciplined enough there. And I've only done one of my habits today, which means that after hockey training, I'll have to get some done. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys tomorrow and hopefully, begin what could be another 2 good months of backtesting. So, see you tomorrow. Good morning. I'm aware I talk too much on these clips, so in an attempt to shorten the video and make it more entertaining for you guys, I am going to write down what I want to say before I record, so that it keeps it short. So, today, I want to backtest 2 months. 2 months of data, backtest, I'll get to it today. And after today ends, I'll hopefully show you the results of those 2 months and how it's going. One other thing I wanted to talk to you about was personally, I've been waking up late, I've not been as disciplined, so yesterday I actually failed my reading habit for the first time. I didn't read 30 minutes yesterday, so I'm going to read an hour today, and I'm going to go exercise today. So I've been exercising pretty consistently now for probably 2 weeks, for a fortnight, and I upgraded my gym or my exercise plan. I just made it a bit harder for myself in order to hopefully see a bit more gains. So that today's the first day I'm starting the harder one. And that's it really. That's all I've got to say. So I'll catch you later. Just took another loss. Really, really, really annoyed. Because I've gone from really, really annoyed. Because I've just taken a loss and I've gone from what I thought was a winning strategy or a winning thing, and now I'm bloody losing all the time. Really annoyed, to say the least. I'm really annoyed. I'm gonna have to take a break, but I'm worrying that I'm just in a cycle of never-ending losses and inconsistency because either A, the strategy doesn't work, or I just can't do this. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've had to ask my mentor now what I'm doing wrong, because I've gone from literally being really good and thinking had a good thing going to being told that it's wrong. I've started to trade what I think is right, and boom, it's wrong. So pissed off. So annoyed. I'm so annoyed. It feels like it's never ending. I'm gonna have to take a break because I can't do this. Welcome back. I've now calmed down a fair bit since the break and since the last clip you saw me. I took a bit of time off and just went online and surfed for a bit and calmed down. And then I got back to trading, got news back from my Discord that the trade was actually fine. It was just a statistical loss. That made me a bit more happy. And then I've just almost finished February now. I'm 3k up on 9 trades. Pretty good. The only bad thing, I mean, that's a lot of money, obviously, don't get me wrong. But the only nagging feeling I have is that maybe my old strategy would make me more. But I think it's stupid to doubt this strategy because it's profitable and people have been profitable from it. Who am I to question whether the old strategy I had was better or not? It probably wasn't, let's be real. I'm not going to pull a strategy out of nowhere and have it be better than the one that is offered to me and the one that I bought from Discord. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of the kind of strategy, and it wasn't much different. It's just a few tweaks, and I'm slowly getting into the rhythm of trading it. What's different on this strategy is I feel I get a lot more wins and losses back to back compared to winning streaks and then losing streaks, which is probably more realistic. Maybe I win one, lose two, win two, lose one, win one, lose one. It's more of a kind of constant back and forth between winning and losing. I'm gonna have lunch now and then I'll come back and finish March and I will see you guys later. I'm back and I'm emotional again, and I'll tell you why in a second. So we're halfway through March. Last time you saw me, I'm pretty sure I was in 6k profit and I had just finished February backtesting. Well, I'm halfway through March. I'm on 5k profit total, not just March. I've gone down a k since you last saw me, and it's going horribly. The strategy just doesn't work. Either it's meant to be like this, and it's meant to be really low profit on a 100k account. 5k is a lot of money, but you get what I'm saying over this amount of time. Or I'm doing it wrong, but I don't think I am. I just don't understand. I'm down 2k in March. And this is proof. Now, what I'm really tempted to do, and tempted beyond belief that I'm actually going to do it, is I'm going to go back to what I was doing before my mentor told me I was wrong and see if my strategy was actually a refined version of this strategy, which would be more profitable. I'm going to go back then and test my strategy. And this is a good thing because either A, I find out it actually doesn't work and I've just been stupid and worrying about nothing this whole time, or B, it does work and it's better than this strategy. Bear in mind, just for context, it is almost the same strategy, just with some slight variation on when you enter and what you're looking for to enter. My one had more confirmation, whereas this one is more enter on equilibrium and just 50-50 hope that it hits, which I really don't like because it's as I said, it feels like I'm just letting go, which is fine. I'm happy to risk trades, but it feels like I'm chancing it most of the time and not waiting for confirmation. When in my eyes, I'd rather lose an extra candle or lose a bit of profit maybe, or a quick entry just to confirm that it is going in the bias I think it is. And I mean, I'm gonna have losing months, I know, but I want to be making more than 4k or 3k a month on a 100k account. That might be greedy. I might be naive and not know how these things work. That might be way too much to ask. But if I look at my results from the end of last year, I made 10k in a month. I made 15, I think, in a month. I'm going to try it. And if I'm wrong, I'll put my hands up and say, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. And I'll go back to this strategy and work my ass off until I make it work. But if my strategy is better, if my refined version is better, then why not use it? Why not try it out? So sorry for the waffle, but that's what I'm going to do now. Yesterday afternoon, I learned something, and I think I said that I would backtest my own refined strategy just to see if it worked, and it didn't. That's the truth. It didn't work, and I was wrong. I was wrong and naive, really, but I did it to prove myself wrong, and on the off chance that I was right. I'll hold my hand up and say, I was wrong, and I'm going to continue with the strategy I've been given. Now, what's going to happen today is I am going to backtest this strategy, and I'm going to backtest the hell out of it. And I'm going to backtest it year on year on year until I'm profitable. And I will win. I will do it. Now, on the backtesting session I'm on, this strategy does particularly struggle in March. It's no surprise that I've hit a bit of a rough patch in March. Otherwise, not much to say this morning. I'm going to start backtesting now, and I'm going to lock in. I'm going to focus on my mindset and with the attitude that I would be taking if I was a funded trader. I want to behave and trade like I'm six-figure funded already. So when I'm watching this in the future and when I'm six-figure funded, I can look back and say that this was a good move, and this is a good way to get myself in the right headspace before trading. Everything that happens is my fault. Profitability is down to me and myself against myself. It's not me against the market. It's not me against my strategy. It's me against me. I need to have full faith in my strategy, and that's what I'll do. I'm going to have full faith in my strategy. Full faith. Now, the most important thing before I start, which is going to be right now, is discipline. I can leave setups. That's fine. I can leave setups, but I can't just break my rules like feeling off. I have to trade the strategy and I have to trust the strategy. That's what I'll do, and I'll get back to you later. I turned the camera on here to stop myself getting angry, because if I didn't, I'm this close to fully raging. Let's see how many losses. I think it's unbelievable how many losses I'm on at the moment. It's probably harder to go on this much of a loss streak compared to actually winning a trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm back down to 1.3k profit over 3 months. Ooh, it's hard not to get angry right now. So it's really, really difficult. Oh, you have no idea how much I want to just punch something, or I don't know what's going wrong. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm flipping. I'm fuming. Good afternoon. It's late. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5:10. Well, not late, but late for my usual trading day. But I'm each day that goes by and it feels like my trading's getting worse, the more determined I am to actually make this work and to be successful. But I don't know whether I should be flat out backtesting the strategy until I make it work, or when there's a missing piece. I know there's a missing piece, but I just don't know what it is. And as much as it could be my psychology, at the moment I have backtesting sessions where maybe months go by and my mentality will be good on the charts, and there's still no result. It's a tough one. I don't know whether it's my technical analysis. Maybe I'm just I'm missing something and I don't know what. But it's frustrating, because if I fail this, I will be fuming at myself, and I'd have wasted months of my life. And I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm trying not to give myself too much of a time constraint or anything, just so I learn it day by day. But it does get frustrating, and I don't really care about the money, to be honest. I just want the numbers on the charts to be profitable each month and to be green. I don't know how to talk about it either, because I spend so much time in here backtesting when I can't afford to not get this done. And I have a hunger that's growing inside me to do it, to make it, but there's nothing feeding that hunger. I'm still in the same place. It feels like, anyway. And maybe I'll have good weeks and bad weeks, and I'll think, oh, actually, this is a turning point. But it turns out it's not. It's just fake. It's just false. It's all wrong. It's all a lie. Frustrating, for sure. I don't know what else to say to you guys. I think I'm just gonna watch some of my Discord's live recordings now and see what I get from them. I'm not in physical pain. I'm not in any physical pain. I'm not really in any mental pain. I'm just in a really low place in terms of hope, I think. I just don't have hope. I'm trying, guys. I spend hours in here. I'm not kidding myself. I do take breaks and I do have plenty of time off and I'm quite flexible, which is why I'm past 4 o'clock now and I'm working later. Is because I took lunch off and took an hour off lunch or 2 hours or whatever. I'm not dumb about it. I'm not kidding myself, but I do put a lot of time in. And I guess this is what it's like. But when will it happen? It's gotta happen soon. And half of me is tempted to just sign up for 10k or 50k funded, and at least then it'll make it more serious, I suppose. And even if I lose that, when I'm not profitable, at least maybe it'll drive me to work even harder because I've actually lost money. I've actually had an account, or I don't know. There's got to be something. I just don't know what it is. It's painful. It makes me angry. It makes me upset. It makes me determined, and it makes me hopeless. All at the same time. I don't know what to do. Is the truth. I can backtest as much as I like, but if I'm going nowhere and if I'm not improving, then what's the point? It doesn't feel like I'm improving. Oh, it's frustrating. I just want to make it so badly. I just want to make it so badly. Please don't let this be in vain. All of this. Everything. Please. Hey guys. The plan was to release a video yesterday. So today's Thursday. I was going to release a video either last night or this morning. But this week has just been so weird and so bad for me personally that there's not much there's not like a piece of content that I can actually give you so far. What I'll do is I'll just finish this week, and if something comes up I might make another video, but it might just be a case of just one of those weeks where it's not great and nothing much happens and we just slowly work through it. Yeah, so not much else to say. This morning I'm gonna start by watching some videos of my Discord mentor doing some analysis. There's plenty of recordings on there that I just need to watch because I can't backtest at the moment. I'm just not in the right frame of mind, and I don't think I'm good enough to continue backtesting. I am going to just watch lives, just watch videos and take notes, and it's pretty easy, so should manage that pretty easily. Good morning. It is Friday, and I'm about to get started on some backtesting. Yesterday, I think I finished off saying that I was gonna either watch some lives or backtest, and I'll be honest, I barely did anything. I didn't do much at all. It was wrong. I think I just watched a lot of YouTube videos and postponed, and then eventually later in the night after I went to the gym, I did watch some videos from my Discord and online about some concepts and changing state of delivery and stuff like that. I did do some, but I didn't really work hard yesterday, and I'll hold my hands up and I'll tell you that because it's the truth, and I need to hold myself accountable. Today I'm feeling more positive. I'm gonna, give it another shot. I'm feeling ready for the day, and I'm gonna trade as if I am profitable already. And as soon as I get, if I get angry or if I get emotional, which I'll try not to do, I'll try and be detached. But if I do, I will ensure that I take a step away and do some technical analysis or review my past trades or something. Because it's important to step away when you're not feeling right or when you know you're doing something wrong. Otherwise, there's not much more to say. I'm going to crack on with it now, and if there's anything I'd like to update you on, I'll let you know. I'm about to head off for lunch. It's been an interesting morning. I feel like this morning I was really good. I was disciplined and I was doing well. But then I came back from a break and I wasn't in the right mindset again. And I'm almost at the end of May now, and I'm down 1%. I've changed a few things on the setup. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got sticky notes here everywhere now with my strategy written out briefly, the steps I need to ensure. I've got detachment, which I think I'm struggling with letting go of the trade, even though I'd like to think I can do it. I think I'm getting too emotional, too attached. This is so far on TradeZella. I've changed it now to percentage rather than profit because I think I'm worried too much about the money when this is not about the money, this is about the profit. It's not ideal. I hate this at the moment, to be honest. I'd like my trade win to be at 60%, and it's at 40. March was a stinker, as I think I've mentioned before. April's pretty good, and then again, I fall off. I have good periods and I fall off. I just need to find that consistency. May, I've just taken, the last two trades I've taken. The first one I shouldn't have taken, and then I traded again in the same day, which I never do. I only take one trade a day usually. And I lost that again. Yeah, disappointed in myself. I know this is a journey, and I'm not going to become profitable overnight. And obviously, I know I'm so far from funded stuff and from challenges at the moment. But I just want to get to that stage. I'm not rushing anything. Obviously, as you can see, I'm waiting until my back testing results are good. But it's frustrating because you try and you change stuff and you try, and then it seems to be that everything I'm trying to do, something else falls. I'm building a tower and I'm focusing on one thing, and then another thing collapses, and then the whole thing comes crashing down again. It feels like I'm constantly going from square one to square two to square three and then back to square one. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it feels like. It's painful and it's frustrating and it's annoying because it's one of those things where no matter how hard you work, it's all about the mental side, and it's not anything to do with how hard you work in terms of physically or how much time you backtest. It's all about how you process everything. Yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna grab lunch. It's late. It's 2 o'clock now. I'm gonna grab lunch, take a break for a bit, and then come back to it, and then we go from there. Yeah, bit of a weird week so far, and it will be a weird week. The video will probably just be me complaining about everything. Sorry about that in advance, but it's important that we just keep going. We just keep going. We're done for the day and for the week. We'll just get a quick recap going. I finished May backtesting. I haven't actually looked at my profit and loss, but I'd imagine it might be like a break-even month or a narrow loss. I'll check next week, but it doesn't matter too much. This week's been weird as well as the last. I think last week I thought I was last week I thought I might have made my breakthrough and that the strategy would work, but then it turns out I wasn't quite doing it right. I've gone back to the core concepts of the strategy and I'm now backtesting that, and I will backtest the core concepts of the strategy until I'm profitable with it on backtesting. That's what I'm going to do. Constantly backtest it and work on it until I'm profitable, as well as making sure that I do my technical analysis well and my psychological behaviors well, and make sure I monitor myself. I haven't really gotten too emotional this week. I know I've gone frustrated and angry, but I haven't lost control to the extent where I'd be angry at myself. Discipline, I think most of it's just discipline and being able to accept constant loss and constant defeat because you know that the process is going to work out eventually. Other than that, I think it's been more of a tough week in regards of a lack of something to show for it. But I've put some more sticky notes on my desk, and I'm taking it serious and I'm disciplined, and I will continue next week hoping to do the same. Personally, outside of trading, it's going pretty good. My habits are holding up well. I think I've only missed a few. I think this week I've missed 2. I missed reading one day, which I caught up on the next day. And I missed my habit of reading my goals aloud. So I read my goals aloud every day, but I think yesterday is a day where I missed it. I made sure I did it first thing this morning. So that's going well. I might do some work on the weekend in terms of trading, just some backtesting and stuff, because why not? But it's unlikely, I think. However, this video will hopefully reach you tomorrow on Saturday, if I manage to edit it. Hopefully tonight I'll edit this video It's going to be full of clips of me talking and not much interesting. Sorry about that, but that's the journey. I just feel a bit disappointed. I thought I'd get the hang of it by now, and I'm trading the same strategy. I haven't changed strategy once really. I've just altered it a bit. I thought I'd get good. I thought I'd see some light by now, but seeing nothing at the moment. Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you hopefully for either next week's video or 2 videos next week, depending on how the week goes, obviously, and what I come across. Yeah, thanks.